welcome back to Layton's All. Today, my wife is actually going to show you how she does zucchini lemon bread.
Hi everybody. So to get started, what we're going to do is I'm going to take some vinegar and I'm going to wash over my lemons. So I'm going to be needing 4 lemons. I need the zest of 4 lemons and I need the juice of 4 lemons. So I've done most of the prep before we came on camera today. Just going to show you what I do. This is going to be a double batch, so that's why I use 4 lemons. I have done some zucchini a little bit before, so I want my zucchini a little bit grated, a little bit larger, sharing it all with everyone, which is kind of neat. So I put in about 3.5 cups here of zucchini, grated zucchini. Now that we've got all the grating done and the juicing done, we're going to get over here and we're going to start doing the cake itself. So this cake does take cake flour. Now if you don't have cake flour, like I don't have any in today, so what I'm using is 4 cups of flour. I use the unbleached. And because I don't have cake flour, the way to substitute is for every cup of flour, add 2 tablespoons of corn. After you get that mixed in, what we need to do, there'll be 4 teaspoons of baking powder. So here's my baking powder, I got that in there. And we'll need 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm using today my sea salt. You can use Himalayan. I never use anything that's got iodine in it. Here we go. First thing we want to do is put 4 eggs. This is a double recipe. Into the mixer. And as for sugar, I only use 2 cups for this whole recipe. So you need to put your sugar in. And you will also need to put in, this is virgin olive oil. So this goes into the mixer with it, and we're going to get this all mixed, and we'll get this started. It's going to take about 5 minutes for you to get this all mixed up together. Now that this is mixed up, this is the consistency of what you, after it's been mixed. Now that this is, we're going to add the buttermilk, let it mix for just a short period of time, maybe 1 to 2 minutes. And then we're going to add our other ingredients. Okay, now that it's been mixed for about a minute or so, we're going to take this out, remove it from here on in. We don't need the mixer. And I'll show you the consistency that I have now. This consistency is a little more watery. Now from this, we're going to add our lemon zest. Going to add our lemon zest. We are going to add our lemon juice. But now we need to keep a bit of lemon juice because the lemon juice actually will be used for the topping with a couple other ingredients that I'll tell you about a little later on down when we get this done. So the next thing is we're going to add our zucchini to the mix, and we want to mix that in very well so it's soaked with the mixture of everything that we've placed in the previous to now. And the only thing left to do now is just to add the flour and then get it ready for the oven. So I like to put it in thirds. This is a beautiful cake once it's done. It's very moist. The consistency of this will be that of a bit thicker than a pudding. More of a muffin consistency when you're making muffins. And as we mix it, you can see that it's starting to firm up. And that's because we got the cake flour and the baking powder. Now that we've got that made, this is it. This is the cake. So the way that I do my lemon zucchini breads is that I use these small loaves. I find if we make one big loaf, the recipe I gave you to do here today, it does 2 large loaves or it does 8 small loaves. Now I use Pam, and I only spray just a little tiny bit in there. That's just so that it doesn't stick. And I don't measure what goes into each one. I do it by eye. This is how much I put in my breads. So I have it up to about 3/4 up. Okay, now that I've got them all in the pans, what you want to make sure you're doing is try to make sure that they are all about the same level so they'll all bake the same. And now I've just got to put them in the oven. What you want to do is preheat the oven for 350. And now that my oven is preheated, we're going to just put them in the oven for about 40 to 50 minutes. Check it in 40 minutes. And what you want to do is take your toothpick, just put it in so that when you pull it out, there's none of the dough left on the toothpick. So now that we've got them all baked, we're going to just take them out, put them on the rack to cool. We'll let them cool for about 5 minutes, and while we're waiting for them to cool, we'll actually make up the glaze that goes on top. So here we go. So the story behind these gloves, I should tell you, every time I took something out of the oven, I'd burn my arms. So he went out and got me welding gloves, and since these gloves have came in the house, I haven't burned myself. So this is the joke. Yes, I wear welding gloves, and no, I don't get burned anymore. So we have about 2 tablespoons of milk. You can use any type of milk. I use homogenized. And the lemon juice, it's about 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of milk. And then I used under what I normally is 2 cups of icing sugar. Okay. Now that the cake has cooled down just a little, we're just going to move it over to the glaze, and we're going to just put a light glazing over the top. There we go. You always want to glaze it while it's still a little warm. Now I usually let this cool down just for a few minutes before I go ahead and cut the cake.
Okay.
So now that we've got the cake all completed, I'm just going to take a slice of it to just show you how it is so fresh. As I was saying before, it is so moist. As I was saying, it is such a moist, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cake. It's still a little hot. Nice and lemony too.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe leave a comment and let me know how my wife did the very first time she's ever done a video for YouTube, as you would say. She did a great job. So yeah, thanks for watching. Maybe consider subscribing. Smash that like button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching.